How's it going, Project MoshPit? I suppose introductions are necessary at this point. My name is KwandaoRen66 on YouTube, also better known as ELO. I'm a director on the ProjectMoshPit channel, and I've got my own personal channel as well. So if you enjoyed this match, you're welcome to come check that out as well. And today I'm bringing you guys a more or less standard match featuring a team I'd been using for quite some time a couple months ago. It's featuring Haxorus and Volcarona. And the other four guys are there, mainly just to support and to make it so it's easier for them to come in and sweep. Gastro, just being the Toxic Staller, Hitmontop being the Rapid Spinner, Jirachi being Rocks and Wish support, and Mesprit just being there just to dump a Choice Scarf in case, something tries to stall me out with recovery moves. I can lock it in. So, without further ado, we got a match today against Crispymelon44. I'd been saving up this match for quite some time. He's probably wondering what happened to it. But I was saving it for a day like this because it is a very interesting match. So, he's going to Volt Switch out on the first turn because that's what you do in order to get initiative. He goes out to Gliscor, possibly predicting the Thunder Wave or the Stealth Rocks. I'm not really sure what, but I ended up going for the Body Slam because I know most Rotoms tend to be Choice Scarfed and such, and I actually end up paralyzing it. Now, Gliscor, mainly used in this generation, is Poison Heal. We do learn later that he does have the Toxic Orb, so having him paralyzed means he's not able to be Toxic and such, not get the recovery off of it. Now, I don't know if he went out to Espeon predicting this Toxic, because I actually kind of went for the Toxic, predicting something else to come in besides Espeon, but I get that backfired on me, and that's going to be a big problem for me later on, because honestly, nothing else Toxic, or I don't think anything else on his team even packs Toxic, and that's trouble for my own Gastro. So kind of slipped up on my moves there, but he's going to go ahead and take the opportunity to set up some screens. I don't know his full set at this point, but usually it's dual screening with Psychic and one other move. I'm going to go for the Body Slam, despite how little it does. I just really want to see this thing statused in the form of paralysis. I don't want it setting up screens before I'm able to hit it. So he's going to go out to Gliscor again, predicting the, the Body Slam again. I actually go for the Wish, so I can pass it off to something else in order to get a safe switch in, because that's generally what you tend to do in situations like that. When you do expect a Wish and you have a Rachi out, if you've already set up hazards, you can go for that, or if not, you can just go for the Wish. I see an Espeon out, so I'm definitely not going to go for my hazards. It's going to be hard to set him up. It's going to be a bit of a mind game. But I go out into Mesprit, and I figure this is the perfect thing to dump my Choice Scarf on, excuse me. He does get the Parahax. I learned that he locks himself into Protect, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm able to fire off an Ice Beam after he flings his Toxic Orb on me. So he does have two things Toxic that weren't really supposed to be Toxic. Had I stayed in with Jirachi, that fling I don't think would have affected me. Would have just done damage, but it wanted to poison me. Anyway, he's able to score off another Protect just to rack up some more Toxic damage. I went for the T-Bolt predicting the switch. Doesn't really matter since the Protect ended up negating it anyway. So he goes out, makes a good play, goes out into Darmanitan, predicting the Ice Beam. Not really going to do much since Mesprit has not really been known to be a powerhouse. I mainly just brought it just because, it doesn't really get much love. I mean, Azelf is an offensive powerhouse, and Yuxi is really good on the defensive side. And Mesprit's just kind of there in between. I mean, it has good stats, just it doesn't really have anything that makes it shine. So I figured I would, have the Bolt Beaming and do that. But I think he ended up U-turning there to kill me off. He's going to go into Rotom, go ahead and leave his Choice Scarf on me. I don't really mind that this thing has a Choice Scarf in particular, because I actually ended up going for the Stealth Rocks now, predicting him to do that. Very risky play, if you ask me. I don't know what else he would have done. He could have very easily Volt Switched out of there. But now that he's left his choice item, he's able to go for any one of his other moves. I know for a fact that Gastrodon, with the mechanic changes on Storm Drain, walls the living hell out of Rotom Wash. Since I do get the boost off of Hydro Pump, I'm immune to the Volt Switch / Thunderbolt. On the off chance that they carry Hidden Power Fire, which is somewhat common because of Ferrothorn, it won't be able to do much there. He sees that he can't do much, so he decides to switch out into Gliscor Switch Fodder, to rack up some more poison damage as well. Now, the next couple of turns, probably the next 10 or 15, actually have Gastrodon and Jirachi, not his Jirachi, my Jirachi, playing really well in tandem with each other, as you're going to see. But I'm going to go for the Earth Power. It is boosted by the Storm Drain I got from a previous turn, so that's going to do a considerable amount. I can't remember off the top of my head if screens are still up. I don't think they are, to be honest, because that's looking like my set of Jirachi, which is pretty much the standard special defensive Jirachi meant to take Draco Meteors from Latios and such, and just Draco Meteors in general, Dragon moves in general. That works out. But he goes for an Iron Head. He is, you know, a little bit faster than me. I don't really mind taking them since I am a physically defensive Gastrodon, but the toxic damage is racking up, so I can't stay in here all day despite my spec attack boost. I'm going to have to get out of here. So that's what I do. I choose to go out into my own Jirachi because what I want to do is I want to pass a Wish off to it. I mean, I am Choice Scarfed, which I think means I will end up being faster than him, and I don't know at this point that he has the T-Wave, but he is going to reveal it next turn. So while I go for the Wish, he's paralyzed me, so I'm now left with a paralyzed Choice Scarfer, which is, you know, something I did to him, and now the shoe's on the other foot. But really, I don't care about what happens to this Jirachi. As long as it's able to recover, reliably still heal the rest of my team. It's not meant to do damage. I already got my Stealth Rocks up. If I need to paralyze something, I can switch out and switch back in. It's not that big a deal since he doesn't have well, he does have hazards up, but I do have a Rapid Spinner. At that point, I didn't really deem it that big a deal because the only thing I have super weak to it is my Volcarona, and I don't plan on switching it in without blowing away the rocks first. But he goes out to Darmanitan. Sorry about that little tangent there. But I know since I've passed the Wish off, you know, I regain half of the health of the user as opposed to half of the health of myself, which in this case are more or less the same, give or take like 12 points. And that actually leaves me to the range where I should be able to take any one of its hits no problem since I am running quite a bit of defense. I don't remember if it's max, but I do take his Flare Blitz. I'm guessing he was possibly predicting to switch back to Jirachi or something else to take the superpower instead. But Gay Bacon's still doing pretty good, you know. I'm not going to try to recover on this Hitmonlee. Looking at the reason for him using a Hitmonlee, its Dreamworld ability is unburdened, so when it uses its item, its speed does double. I think this was at the moment unreleased. I'm not sure if it is released at the point of this upload. But it didn't really give me too much trouble. The unburdened speed boost actually, you know, it's not an official speed boost like it says blah 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 speed rose dramatically or whatever. You'll just know whether or not you're outsped if you try to send in something else. But he's gonna go for the Blaze Kick while I go for my Wish. I did not expect a Blaze Kick coming. I actually kind of expected the close combat, but he goes for another one, which enables me to pass a second Wish off to Gastrodon pretty well. As much as I wanted to go for Recover, I didn't think I was going to be able to take a close combat too nicely. So if I'm not mistaken, I think I just ended up going for the Toxic, and he predicts this yet again, or he gets lucky with this switch. I don't know. I found it a really out of the blue thing to go to, but I guess he figured that he could have started setting up screens as well. But if, you know, for whatever reason, my first Toxic ended up missing, well, there's the second one. So he sets up his light screen. He's going to be able to set up all over me with this thing. I'm actually going to take the opportunity right now, since I know he's going to do that, to recover up some health. I don't know how long my Jirachi's going to last me, so I'm probably going to have to pick up a little bit of the weight myself. That's a modest amount of health, to be honest. That's enough to more than likely take any physical hit that's coming my way. Probably not a Choice Banded hit, but, you know, I feel safe switching it in. So I'm gonna come back out to Jirachi yet again. I don't know what I want to do. I think if I'm not mistaken, I end up going for the Body Slam. He makes a miscalculation with this hidden power. I'm thinking that was supposed to be fire, but because it's not, I don't know what it is. But I'm able to get off a Body Slam and paralyze him, which is actually what I was going for. You know, with the 60% paralysis rate, it was bound to happen eventually, and I'm glad that it happened now. You know, as Jirachi's last benefit for this match. So now that I know that I'm faster, I might as well start chipping away at it with my Gastrodon. It is going to be like a 3 to 4 hit KO depending, and toxic damage is going to rack up. But I don't want my Hypnotop in here to blow away the rocks, you know, to take a Psychic that it doesn't need to. So I'd rather chip away at it with this. Gastrodon has done more than plenty in this match, and if I need to go one-on-one with an Espeon, I will at this point. So Psychic does a pretty hefty chunk as well. Gastrodon is fairly bulky on both ends, so I'm able to take at least one. And just going to go ahead and take him out with an Earth Power from there. It's, you know, pretty straightforward play. I'm forgetting what happens in this moment at the rest of this match. This is a very long match, as you can tell. Ooh, let's wait and see if I can get a refresher. Okay, so he's gonna go out to Hitmonlee. If I'm not mistaken, I think he might go for the fake out again. Actually, no, he just ends up going for the close combat. I think the smarter move would have been to go for the fake out anyways, just to get damage to rack up, and that way he wouldn't have had the defenses dropped. But then again, that would be stalling out your own your screens, so I guess that also works as well. But this is a physically defensive Hitmontop, and now I see my opportunity and I'm going to take it because I have the Intimidate. I'm going to lower his attack. I should be able to take any one of his hits, no problem. And if he's going to go for another close combat, I can hit him with a Mach Punch if I really need to. But he doesn't have anything, he doesn't have any ghosts to spin block my Rapid Spin, so I'm going to do it now. And that means that Volcarona is safe to come in. I still have a Haxorus as well. Don't really feel safe about using it until Rotom's gone because I don't know if it does have the Will-O-Wisp. I do have a Lumberry, but I don't want to risk, you know, any weird things happening going on with anything else. I feel safer going to Volcarona at this point. So, if I'm not mistaken, I went for a close combat right there just to get some damage on it, you know, ensure that Volcarona is going to have an easy time taking it out. It doesn't seem like he has any Wish Passers. I haven't seen Paint Split on this thing, so, you know, I feel pretty safe doing that. Anyway, he's going to take me out. As long as I Rapid Spun, Hitmontop is really there just to do that and take physical hits. And since Unburden only activates when you lose your item the first time, I'm not too worried about Hitmonlee anymore. If I can get one speed boost up, then things are going to be very easy for me. So I bring in my Volcarona at this point. Going to go for a Quiver Dance, get the Spec Attack, the Spec D, and the Speed Boost, which all come into play, because if I did not have the Spec D boost, I don't know how well I would have been able to take that Hydro Pump. The Spec Attack is going to, you know, Spec Attack and Speed is going to ensure that I have an easier time sweeping. I'm going to go for the Bug Buzz at this point, easily going to take it out from half health. I know I'm faster than Hitmonlee for a fact. I do have kind of thin defenses, so if he went for the Fake Out and he had the Sucker Punch as well, I could have been in trouble. But because he's running an Unburdened set, I don't think he has any priority beyond Fake Out just to get rid of the normal gem as soon as possible. So I don't think he has Sucker Punch. I was kind of scared about that. But I'm going to go for a Fiery Dance because I'm at +1. It's going to take him out. And I get a +2, which is it's also very lovely as well. So the intended purpose of this team to weaken the rest of it to the point where I can bring in one of these two is, you know, that was the goal of the game, and I'm actually, you know, pulling it off right now just in a satisfactory way as well. I mean, Haxorus doesn't really get to shine in this match, but one of the two I am okay with. It's okay. So his last one turned out to be Jirachi, and I'm going to take that out with a Fiery Dance. So that was a long game. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do your thing. Both of our channels will be in the description if you want to subscribe to me or my opponent. And that will do it out of me for today, Project Mosh Pit. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I will see you guys later. Peace.